EA Electronic Arts has reportedly scrapped a Mandalorian game that was in development at Respawn because they believed it was, quote, too much of a financial risk. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com. And if you don't know, there was a rumor that a Mandalorian video game was in development at Respawn. That rumor came from Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming back in the middle of February. This is what he reported at that time. He said, according to sources, the game will see the player take control of a Mandalorian bounty hunter. Unclear who, set during the time when the Galactic Empire is dominating across the galaxy. It's your job as a bounty hunter to capture bounties, dead or alive, for cash rewards. He went on to reveal that the game would not be open world, but would have linear levels on different planets. However, at the end of February, Henderson and Insider Gaming reported the game was scrapped as part of EA's restructuring. EA announced their restructuring with a letter from the company's CEO, Andrew Wilson, informing employees, quote, "We are streamlining our company operations to deliver deeper, more connected experiences for fans everywhere that build community, shape culture, and grow fandom." To that end, Wilson said, "In this time of change, we expect these decisions to impact approximately 5% of our workforce." Not only did he announce that they were going to be laying off 5% of the entire company's workforce, but he also shared the company would pivot away from licensed IP like Star Wars. He wrote, "We are also sunsetting games and moving away from development of future licensed IP that we do not believe will be successful in our changing industry." He explained, "This greater focus allows us to drive creativity, accelerate innovation, and double down on our biggest opportunities, including our own IP, sports, and massive online communities to deliver the entertainment players want today and tomorrow." While Wilson made it clear the company was pivoting away from licensed IP, Henderson would later detail the game was scrapped because, quote, "EA felt like the game was too much of a financial risk and has decided to pull the plug." So, big news there. If this report is indeed true, we know that the Star Wars brand has been significantly crippled by the handling of Kathleen Kennedy. We've seen this across the board. We know that their retail merchandise sales are down. That's been going on, I feel like, for almost a decade now. Multiple retailers and even toy makers have confirmed this, even in the Walt Disney Company's own financial reports. They've made this abundantly clear too. You can look at the box office success of the films. When you look at The Force Awakens, you look at The Last Jedi, you look at Rise of Skywalker, significant declines in those box office hauls from each film. And then you can also look at Solo, a Star Wars movie. That movie actually lost money for the Walt Disney Company. It did not actually bring in any money. And then you can also look at what's going on Disney Plus. The Mandalorian season 3 had less viewership than The Mandalorian season 2, despite there being more subscribers to Disney Plus when The Mandalorian season 3 arrived on the streaming service. So we're seeing significant declines across the board in the Star Wars brand, no matter where you look. So makes sense if EA is indeed pulling out and believing that it's too much of a financial risk. So, and then also you can look at what's going on with fellow Star Wars video game, Knights of the Old Republic remake. That game was announced 3-4 years ago now, and basically looks like it's been put on hold. We did see some movement, I guess, recently that Saber Interactive is going independent and they're going to continue developing the game. We'll see if that is indeed the case. But obviously, that game was going through lots of problems as well. But it looks like more confirmation that the Star Wars brand is significantly damaged. And now we're seeing partners, Lucasfilm, Walt Disney Company partners, are now trying to move away from Star Wars and here with EA, other licensed IP. Let me know what you guys make of this report that this rumored Mandalorian game was scrapped because it posed too much of a financial risk for Electronic Arts. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, but to always speak the truth.